Guys, I can't turn around. The bear on my shirt is too scary and I don't want you guys to get jump scared. Okay, actually, I'll show it. Aha! Isn't that scary? That's scary. My friend made this shirt. Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. Today we're back Bloxburg. So in yesterday's video, I had some random building tips that, that could be helpful to anybody or just like new players. That got me thinking of helpful building tips / advice video for everyone. You may know some of these things already. I'm pretty sure most of you know most of these. Once again, I'm also not the greatest builder in the world. There's definitely a lot more talented, crazier builder than me in the community. I've been improving and I've been learning. I'm still learning. This is not a good example of my skills. I mean, it's a little bit special. That's all I'll say. Tip number 1, when you are building a house, we can just do the most random, random layout, I guess. When you're building a house that has multiple levels, this is my preference. I always like to put the stairs down first before I begin making the actual layout and such. So that way you kind of like can plan out and build around your stairs. So yeah, once you have your stairs down, then you can start building like, a bathroom or something, maybe like a smaller living room around this area. But I guess in my opinion, I like to put the stairs down first. So tip number 2, so when you are building a house, it is best to also wall off any rooms that you want first before doing any flooring, because some people will just straight up go into flooring their home right away after they build like the shape of it, and that is a big mistake. Okay, if you're planning on flooring your house, unless you don't care that every room has the same flooring texture, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you are the one to decide each room is a different type of flooring, do your walls first, plan out your rooms first and wall them off, then you can floor it. Okay, then you can floor it. That way you don't have to delete it and then refloor it. It'll save you a bit of money too, actually. Tip number 3, I've actually explained this before. So when you are creating your rooms, I love how these are all going together, but when you are creating your rooms and such for your home, you may notice that the walls are still connected. And what if you want to do a different texture for each room or a different color, but you still have it connected? The easiest way to do this is just simply exiting build mode and then re-enter build mode. I explained this tip before, but this is a building guide, so I might as well include it. The walls for each room will be disconnected. So this is separate now from this. They're no longer like one wall. They're separate. Tip number 4, when you're dealing with diagonal type bases and such, you do get this triangular piece going on, but some people will just straight up floor it, and then when they actually put a texture on it, like the wooden planks and such, it looks a little funky. Like if you put like this, it makes your floor weird. Would you say that's distorted flooring? I guess it really just messes it up. The best way to deal with this is just to do all the squares first. So put your points down like this and then just do the triangular piece. There's no way to really like fix it. This is the best way to deal with it. So let's see, planks again, and then you can texture that one. It doesn't look as bad as like that. Looks a lot worse. Look at that. You have your floor going in different directions. I hope I can edit that to where I explain it perfectly. I don't know. These videos, I always have to edit to make sure it's perfect because I cannot speak. If you plan on using like something like concrete, it's fine to do that. Same thing with like marble and such. But if you're trying to use like this tiles or wood planks and such, or even like striped flooring, if you ever want to do that, or polka dots, it's best to just point out the squares first and then the triangle last. Tip number 5 is building shortcut keys. This is only for PC / Mac players. Not really too much Mac because I don't use a Mac, but for PC players, you have a whole bunch of shortcuts at your disposal here. And if you do hover over the side, the little grid bar to your right, you'll see that actually show you like the actual hotkey for it. There's not much for me to explain there, but these are lifesavers and they will speed up your building process. So get used to using the shortcuts because I always do that. If you notice in my build videos, I'm always using hotkeys for the most part, and I'm still learning like the grid one. The grid one's just J, so yeah, it will just make your life a lot easier if you can do that. If you are fast with your shortcuts, it's gonna save you just a little bit of time. I don't know, it makes a big difference. All right, so tip number 6, this is something for the no Game Pass advanced placement users. So if you are building a house, you'll notice that some people have like pillars in the corners and such, and I talked about this in yesterday's video too. Some builds will just have like pillars in the corners to like give their build a bit more of a look to it and enhance their look. People who don't own the advanced placement Game Pass can't do that as easily. So right now I don't have it. Technically I turned it off, but you can't do that. The best way to do this is just obviously draw whatever you want first, do it like this, and then you can do your walls and you'll still be able to have that pillared, cornered look. Tip number 7. This is just a general building tip, but I noticed this a lot, and I think we all do this at one point. I especially have done this at one point when I just first started building, especially when I was like playing Sims and stuff. When I would make my own houses, I would oversize my house. Now, some people, they think, oh yeah, you have a big house. A lot of people really like big homes, and technically if you have a big house, you're like rich or something, and you're wealthy. You have like a mansion. They'll just do a giant box and oversize every single room they have. Like they'll do like a small bathroom right there. The rest will be like a kitchen or something. Don't oversize your house because it is very difficult to decorate it and to fill up the spaces. I especially do not like building mansions because of this, because there's so much space and I don't know how to fill it up. If you can, make each room a reasonable size and plan out your home wisely, because there's only so much you can do in an area to where, like, yeah, it's very difficult to actually decorate it. So, you know, build some reasonable sizes. Don't make a very huge bathroom or a very tiny bathroom. I mean, that bathroom's fine. Don't make like a bathroom that's this huge, because like, what are you gonna do with it? I don't know, add a bunch of showers or something. Building tip number 8, avoid box homes. I mean, there's no stopping you from doing it. If you like box houses, go for it. I'm not gonna control how you build and such, but if you want a more interesting looking home, I would avoid the box. And if you can, just like add some random things here and there, you know, to the side of it. Like if you can, try to, you know, be a little crazy and add some random dents in it or something, you know. Same thing with like the rooms and such. I still do box rooms though. There's nothing too wrong with the box rooms, honestly. They're just, you can't go wrong with the box room. But for like the house in general, for the exterior appeal, yeah, try not to do like something too boxy. Wow, that's an interesting house floor plan. One of you guys should make a house out of this. Just kidding, don't do it. Don't do it. I think that would look really bad. God, this ply is so messy now. Okay. Tip number 9. Undoing something actually saves you money rather than just deleting it. So people make this mistake all the time. You know, you build a wall, it's $32. When you delete it, you get $22 back. It's best to undo it to get a full refund. You don't like something in the specific spot, just undo it. It will save you money. I mean, if you're too far in to undo something that you don't really like, then I guess you're out of luck. I don't know, I just kind of overlooked that a bit, but still, yeah, okay, bye. Editor Peetah's gone. Once you put something down, the value of that item goes down, so you don't get your refund back unless you undo it. For example, if you put down this $52,500 van, this minivan, and you're like, oh, I don't want that car. You delete it and you only get $49,875 back. But if you just undo it, you just get the full refund. So save you some money, guys. I'm trying to save you money. Money just goes away really fast in this game, especially when you build every day like me. My money is always, every building video, I go broke. Tip number 10, and once again, I've explained this like maybe 2 to 3 times, but changing your grid can be pretty helpful when you're decorating like a dining room or just like an office like space. So let's say you're about to build an office or a dining area, dining room and such. You know, it's really nice to have chairs just automatically snap to the size of the table, but if you aren't a big fan of that and you want to do something a little bit more different, so all you have to do is change your grid to either medium or small. But if you change it to like small grid, you can like freely place it. So there's a huge difference there. Like if you want to like rotate your chairs slightly, because you know, some people just don't push in their chairs properly, they can just do this. It adds something, I guess, to your build. That's what you do, just change it to small grid and you don't have the snapping problem. Technically it will still snap if you like put it close enough, but same thing with desks as well. Like if you're doing an office space, put on small grid and you can kind of like customize your chair a bit. Because if it's large grid, you can't do anything else. It will just snap to a different table as well. It's perfect. It's perfect for people who, especially cafes. I think this is very helpful with cafes. Anything that involves a table and a chair. Yeah. Okay, so this is the last tip, and it's probably the most well, I think it's something that we all tend to like struggle with, is finding inspiration on what to actually build. So for me personally, I always like to look at real life houses and just kind of get an idea of what I do want to build from that. So yeah, Google is pretty great for this. I just look up 2-story homes. I look at basically real life houses and actual floor plans. And this is my way of like figuring out what to do, like this house right here. Like just by looking at something, you're like, oh, maybe I could do something like that, you know? This is interesting house, like this as well. This is something you could do. Like I personally don't want to look at what other Bloxburg content creators make. I just like to look at real life houses. This is what I do all the time. We can look at little 3D designs like this. There are people who just make designs and such. Oh my god, this bathroom though, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe in real life this would look nice, but building it, I can already see it looking really bad in Bloxburg. Combine different floor plan, like rooms from different floor plans to make a house. It's really up to you. So that is the last tip, and I think it's one of the more important ones because you do need an idea of what you want to build. But these other tips are just like things to help go along with that one. So these will help you a lot. Avoid using this fence. Don't use this fence. I hate it. Like, what is that? That's so ugly. Don't use that. You're better off using this. Honestly, you're just better off using this new sleek one. This is like the updated one. This is the glow up version of this. All right, so those were my building tips. I may have overlooked a few other things, but I'm sure you will figure out what to do and what not to do while you're building. It's just, yeah, if you do watch a lot of speed builds in tutorials and such, I'm sure you'll understand why the creators do what they do. So hopefully you are, if you do look up a tutorial like a house tutorial, hopefully you are learning from it and figuring out like why this is there, that's there and stuff. Once again, I'm not a great builder. I'm still improving and I'm still trying to learn. I just wanted to do a helpful video and I wanted to take a break from building any other thing right now, but this is a building tips sort of video, so yeah. But yeah, anyway guys, that will basically wrap up today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, you found it helpful in any way or inspiring, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button too because it is completely free. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Have a great day. PeetahBread signing out. Goodbye, everybody. You don't even have to follow these building tips. Do whatever you want. Don't let me control you, but these are just tips.